So the other day on the live stream, I was talking about needing a four-wheeler, and then I went to over to our landlord's. It was over in La Plata before we moved here to the RV park, and I was telling him how I need a four-wheeler. He said, I got one in my shop, it just needs some work. So the video clips that you're going to see next are how we went through just looking at it, trying to get it started, looking at different things. We'll take it. I'll show you these next clips, and hopefully y'all enjoy our project here of renovating this old Chinese four-wheeler. So I got my extra battery out here. I'm gonna hook some jumper cables to it, this old terminator, and see if it'll turn over. Make sure the motor ain't locked up on it before I go to doing a whole lot of other things. If it cranks over, then I'll probably clean the tank out and see, put some fuel in it, see if it won't start up, then get a battery for it. But I like to test them out before I go buy a battery and then the motor's locked up. So you can always put another motor in there, but I want to make sure that this one will turn over first before I go to buying a bunch of parts. So carburetor probably needs to be cleaned, but I'm gonna go get the jumper cables and see if this thing will turn over. So I've got the battery cables hooked up. I got the key on. I know that battery's, let's see here. Lights on. The lights are burning. I know that much works. I've got a light on. It's in second gear. It's got a digital readout. Can you go down? Go down. There you go, right there. The switch won't work. I think it's the starter switch. Starter cat. There's a starter cylinder. If it's loose, flop it around. The switch should take it. Took that over. The switch ain't working, but the motor cranks over. Good deal. The tank is, I think it's got some fuel in it. So now we know that the motor will crank over. It's not locked, which is good. So that's a good deal. I'm gonna check for some fuel shutoffs. We're gonna take and pull this cover off here, unmount the tank, clean this tank out. It may fire up. So we've got all the plastic tore off of it, got the tank off of it. Here's all the plastic. We're gonna sand it down and paint it if everything works out real well. We do know that our starter switch doesn't work. We don't know why, but that's as easy as a flip switch or a push button. But we're gonna go get some fuel and clean out this tank. I don't know if you can see it. We've looked in gas tanks before, ain't we? You can't see in there. It's got a lot of dirt and stuff in that tank. So we're gonna take work on that. But all in all, from what we're seeing, everything's operational. As long as the motor will start. A carburetor, them dual carburetors, the only thing I'm kind of worried about. Making sure they work. If it's been sitting a while, they'll probably be gummed up, but we may be able to run some seafoam through it or something. I'm gonna grab a thing of starter fluid and some fuel and clean this tank out and get some gas to put in there and see if we can't get this thing started today. So we got it running. We got the batteries unhooked. You can just unhook that other cable, son. Unhook that other cable, it's fine. It's running on its own. We're heating it up. We cleaned out the tank, threw some carburetor cleaner in it, and shot some starter fluid in it. Started right up. Now it's running on fuel. Running on its own fuel. It's been running now for about 5 minutes. So if the clutches are good in it and it'll pull, we'll be in good shape. I'm gonna climb up over here in a minute and see if the clutches work. So it's running. It's alive. Me and George are sanding the fenders that came off this four-wheeler. We're gonna wipe them down with a wet, soapy rag and then wipe them down again. Go one direction, son. See how you made that crossways? That's gonna be hard to take out. Buff out when we paint it. Sure you go one way. It's kind of got quite a bit of blacking on it. It's coming off, but all in all, it's in pretty decent shape. It's been in the garage. So we probably won't do the underneath side of those mud flaps, just the top. All the plastic's in pretty good shape. We've only got one piece of plastic that broke. So all the rest of it's in pretty decent shape. Once we get a paint job on it, I think it's gonna turn out real nice. So I've got all the four-wheeler plastic over here at the corrals, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wire them up there and paint them. And I'll just have to wait till tomorrow or the next day to get them painted. I'm gonna get over and do some work on the RV park, and when I come back over here this afternoon, I'm gonna wash these parts off and get all the soap off of them. Wind's really bad. We're out here digging wild onions and wild parsley. We got a little bit in the bag. Me and Sonny has taken it, sanded down all the parts to the four-wheeler, all the plastic, and it's just been too windy to paint. But I did get to paint today. You guys will get to see what color it is on the next video. We're gonna continue to walk around here and find some wild onions, wild parsley. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you down the road.